Many have said good things about the ruling party, the NPP, ever since they came into power. Now, this year, though there have been mixed reactions with the way the country is going, one of those who continues to endorse the NPP as a credible agency and group of people is the Deputy Communications Director of the new Patriotic Party. Yep, her name is Maame Yaa Aboagye. This lady has shown the government has been delivering according to their word. According to her, the citizens of Ghana need to continue to trust in the NPP and keep their eyes on looking out for ways to help them. She urged all those who were Ghanaians to support the policies of this party, to help them with their programs and any type of help that the party may need, so that they could continue to do the good work they've already begun. She expressed the fact that this was not just a big party, but a very big party, where a lot of creative brains came together to do what needed to be done. She also said that there have been some challenges, she would admit, that the nation has faced in some parts of this year, especially the early part. She showed that even the president was willing to do everything in his own power to make the nation to move forward and even to make the economy better than it already is. But she commended the president on the way he tackled the pandemic, which she showed that other governments wouldn't have been able to treat so with much care, with much diligence, and with much seriousness towards saving lives. According to her, all those who belong to this party are headed for victory and glory as long as they keep committed to the needs and the requirements of the party. She explained that determination was key and that they would not allow anything to distract them at this time, because though challenges came, most of these challenges are not present anymore and have been dealt with. She also said to our listening and to all the hearers that there's no party that will not face hard times. That every party, as long as it comes into power, is bound to face a trouble here or the other. She said these troubles were to prove how strong the parties were. And according to her, the strength of the party will only be manifested when all these trials come to an end and the party is either doing better than they used to or doing worse than they used to. Since this was the gauge, she claimed that the NPP are delivering on their promises, because according to her, the party still looks good even after all these challenges, and she says there are even better days in the future. She also explained the fact that because she's close to the president, she has already seen that he's willing to bring more results and bring that which is good for the nation. She asks Ghanaians to take advantage of every opportunity. She asks them to make the best use of the policies that have been brought out to the public, the programs and all these types of social meetings and demos that have been initiated by the government to improve the livelihoods of, not only the political party but the people in general. She also advised that a systematic way of working needed to be adopted not only by the party but by all those who were in love with the party and supported the party's, movements and doings. She expressed that the party needed people who were trustworthy because the president himself was trustworthy. She showed us that he has a very tactical strategy which he and the board that is with him, the group of people which are around the president, have this beautiful, tactical strategy which they use, and it always works for them to bring success to all that which they have put their minds onto. She showed us that by having such a leader, not only are we kept from worry about some important things, but we also don't face the problem of, disorder and some of these unsystematic ways things are done. She asked all Ghanaians to continue to support the Akufo-Addo government and to pray for the president. She asked that they would need any assistance, no matter how big or small it was. So therefore, their party doors were open for those who were willing to support the party and remain steadfast and focused in the hope that the president will continue to do the best he can to make this place livelier for us to live in. She asked that if we took a good look at the healthcare and the way things had shaped up for certain industries, it was obvious that the first gentleman of the nation was playing his part and doing his job well. Now, she also went further to ask that the wealth that was gathered should be used to accelerate socio-economic development, so that certain people can move around freely without worrying of who to hit or who to touch. It is easy when people have focus on not only bringing that which is good in the nation, but also keeping themselves from harm. Because these are the days where things are dark in places where they are actually supposed to be lighted up. It's hard to wonder what will be done when such a tremendous working and able-bodied president was not around. The country would have probably been in some despair, or the country would probably be in a very uncomfortable place. But when you look at what the NPP government has done, you realize that they were good and they were not evil as they were portrayed by some people. Now, her main focus was on the water and also on the items inside the cage. So, though the cage had only one outlet, by going to the other part, which looks long, you'll be able to discover the new gate that was made and how it is functioning there today. Now, there are most people who are planning on joining a political party. Not that it is wrong, not that it's going to send out a certain message, but because it's a fun game and more than one person playing this game would have the comforts that his heart desires. Now, I spoke to some of those who were around her and they all expressed the same thing. However, there's one of these containers which has a lot of wheels under it that will make it to be able to move. Yeah, so the party has to look at its own wheels. Apart from the individual ones, the party has to look at those types of works also that require attention in places that most have given up on. People are probably even building on people's lands, and there's a lot of things happening in the country. But when the president is around, he keeps things in check and he keeps the minds of the people focused at one end. Now, don't be bothered. The places where I went before, they had no water, and they had no enlightenment to show that this party was good or this party was no good. But what is amazing is the moment you touch down, it's like you get to see things from a different point of view. Because this lady was saying these things not only because she saw it, but also because from the way the rains were watering that which has been sown, it's obvious that definitely she was heading somewhere. So now I wanted to get the right size and the right picture, but I wasn't able to, because if you know whatever had to happen and keep them from crossing those boundaries. Now during these times, the woman who's known as Maame Yaa Aboagye continues to stay strong behind the party. There are some people who have gotten fed up and tired of this lifestyle and have gone away to sit down. But there are those also who just like to come up with certain insinuations and spark something up. But by his mercies, we are not consumed. Now, may all the party members pay an attention to the UPS route. How is it that those places that have little or no care have been made to be stronger than those places that are going to hold like 6 legs, or those places that are going to hold 6 legs and the like? Well, the thing is to trust in the source and also in the power used in getting it. There are a lot of things that you won't get until a certain power is shown to you and revealed. So on the whole, there have been some for it and some against it. Now, as this goes on, we need to be sure that those people who are in singlets are actually part of the working group. After taking a couple of testers, I realized that only this guy and only this lady is able to do some of these things that the Tylers find to be very, very, very stressful. So as Maame Yaa continues to encourage and endorse the NPP, let's also have more patience. People are even walking upside down on the streets, but let's just have more patience and do things the way the Lord has guided us to. For those who are listening, don't really worry, because He is always here. God is always here. Bless you, and we hope that it will be good with you and your political party. That is to Maame Yaa Aboagye. We also hope that you continue in the way of the Lord, in the name of Jesus. Now let's continue to look at how to make this endorsing not be a thing of just the oral mouth, but of someone who actually goes through the process to purchase these items. Now these are some of the ways we could take a cue from our neighboring visitors, and we should sometimes look at the countries of Togo, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire. What has made them so special? It's such things when you endorse the party and then you do your best to follow up to ensure that things are done. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.